Let me ask, do you respect your children? Now, how could you respect your children if you go around saying, listen to what you're told, do what people say, and keep quiet, keep it down, don't get in any trouble, don't do anything you shouldn't do, when you realize that the kids have to try things out in order to see what they're about? You think that people can teach their children respect when they don't respect their children? I mean, how can a child grow up to learn respect when the adults they watch are cigars smoking, beer drinking, trash talking, sport watching, always being interested in something else than the lives they created? Don't bother me right now, I'm watching my show. Don't bother me right now, I'm working in my garage. Don't bother me right now, I just got home from work. Is that respect? No, it is not. The problem is people have been doing this for so long they don't realize they never respected their children. They send them off to school to be taught by strangers who become familiars. And now those strangers are teaching them stuff that other people tell them to teach them. Not stuff from their heart. We do have a lot of good teachers who have a lot of big hearts, but they're teaching from a book and a curriculum that's expected of them. The children aren't taught respect. They're taught order. They're taught you better listen. And they're taught your opinions don't matter because you're a kid and you don't know anything. Now, if that's not the closest to the truth that any kid is experiencing from the adults in the world, then I don't know what could be closer, because I see it. I do respect the children that I see. I do know that they've had some big issues to deal with because of all the mental illness going on in our adults. There is mental illness going on in just about every person in our world, because they have always been held down or told what to do by other people. Always. Every situation, every country, everybody. Now, don't you think it's time for people to actually start respecting each other by looking again at what other people are doing, thinking about it, and then making decisions? And if you don't like it, then avoid it. Do something different. Work towards making negative things better. Stay away from things that aren't necessarily negative, that you don't find interesting, and live your life. Teach your children that. Don't teach them to conform. Don't teach them to follow orders. Don't teach them that they don't have anything worth you listening to, because that's what you're teaching them. And you know what they start listening to? Other people who are violent and negative because the world is pissed on them too. So now they're pissed off at the world. And this is what we're going through. If you don't see it, you're just blind. And if you don't want to fix it, you're just a sissy. Or you just don't know what to do and you feel trapped. And I understand that feeling. I used to feel that way. Now I know the only way that we can help is by going out and putting your life on the line for the truth. Because if no one else does, it's never going to happen. People are putting their lives on the line for a bunch of lying politicians. People are putting their lives on the line for fucking oil and territory. Nothing that is actually worth anything. Not a spiritual being, not the kindness and lovingness of our living mortal souls, but some merchandise or some territory. And that's what we're trained to honor and worship. And it's really just insane. That's why don't we be part of that world. I'm part of the world, but I'm not part of that world at all. And I encourage other people to see it so they can teach our children how to really be good, respectful, loving people.